Oh, I'm very happy to hear that. The legacy that Adam has inherited is a complicated one. What would you like his legacy to be?
For one thing, he's a very happy child, and he loves being happy. He loves life, he loves adventure, he loves this very open, and so, it makes me feel like something right. And I think that, there is a lot of information out there. I think it is his privilege to decide how he's going to shape his own legacy, because there's a lot of different reading of history.
So in your time, you have actually met many heads of state. You've met President and Lady Obama, you've met the Clintons, you've also met, and you're good friends with Angelina and Brad. Who have been the most impressive?
Well, I think Angie and Brad, that's different because we're good friends and been with friends for years, and impression, so short, right? I think President Obama struck me as a very dignified man. It was a good feeling to see him in the White House.
Yes.
Yes, it was a good feeling.
Do you think he's lived up to that feeling that pretty much the whole world had of like, it's a good feeling to have him there?
When I was in the Oval Office with him, it was a little bit sad to see that all this energy that, the world, all this hope that he, had brought to the world, he kind of didn't have access to because he's caught in that, politics. And I was looking at him and said, I hope you know how much people hope.
Do you think then on this, the majority of Americans actually understand or care to understand how much their foreign policy affects the outcome of the world?
I think the American people have learned a lot over the last few years. I think they're hurting a lot now. It's confusing time for Americans. You can only know Americans if you're going to go see them, and if you're going to go talk to them, So, but if you don't have access to education, how are you supposed to know that?
But then the flip side of that is also that even though the Americans, and I'm really generalizing here, do equate Islam with terrorism.
It's the same ignorance. It's only the other
side. And
so
they say it the other way, that, okay, Pakistan is a terrorist country, and Pakistanis are terrorists.
But to me, the color doesn't matter. It's the same language, and then when blood is shed, it's the same color, and the war has never, ever in history brought a positive outcome, ever.
Now, you have also met General Musharraf in your time. What did you think of him?
I just felt at that time that, what I had witnessed, in Pakistan, I saw a lot of Pakistani men giving their lives in the front line of fighting this terrorism threat. And I was tired of, and then so in the same, on the one hand you hear, the Pakistani this and that, but the same Pakistani people were risking their lives to save my husband, and so I wanted to meet all these heads of state to say, well, listen, I'm going to, because, the heads of state, so who knows what they hear, but I had an instinct that they were not hearing what's, the truth. So I said, I'm going to tell you my experience, and that's what I did.
Now, you've obviously written this book, and you didn't do the screenplay for the movie, but you did give it your consent and your thumbs up. What did you think of it?
I think that everyone that did this film did it for the right reasons. The beautiful thing for me is, one, that, we have formed a very lifelong friendship, and that's what, stays, and that's
with
Angelina
beautiful. And Brad.
Yeah, and our children and all that, and so that's lovely. And that's what most matters to me, and I think what most matters to them as well. I think that, our level of communication and understanding was really amazing, and nobody had anything to prove, nobody cared about that. It was just all in the same, the same vision.
How would you like to be remembered?
I think I'd like to be remembered as a humble person.
It's been an absolute pleasure and honor to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
To donate to Couch Cares, log on to headlinestoday.in or follow my tweets at Coel's Couch. On the Couch with Coel.